Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, we ended up actually going to Walmart today. We ended up just deciding we were going to make the last trip out to the grocery store because we needed still some of the stuff that I was kind of holding off on, because I was like, oh, you know, like I might be able to try and, you know, get a deal like at Meijer or, you know, get whatever it was. But we just decided to sort of break down and finished and went off to Walmart and got the last of the stuff, which it wasn't even like that much money, but there was a couple things that, like I said, like when I was comparing, I was like, oh, that's cheaper at Meijer, that's cheaper at, you know, like a different store that I didn't end up going to on Sunday. Or like too, we needed a couple little vegetable things too, and I was like, oh, I could probably find that on sale at like Valley Produce, or not Valley Produce anymore, Tony's or Caputo's, you know, something like that. So, but today we needed a lot of stuff because we were going to try and make a lot of the stuff ahead of time for the party on Saturday, because me and my mom were originally going to be gone pretty much all day tomorrow, and so the only time we were really going to have is potentially Thursday and Friday, and like we needed especially the stuff though to really make the desserts that we were going to, and the desserts for both the party and then also to a lot of our Christmas cookies and desserts and things like that too. But sort of what we ended up doing, my mom especially, she ended up like making a big batch of cookie dough, but she ended up refrigerating it, and so we'll keep it in the fridge probably for like until like this weekend or so, and then wind up making the other cookies that we're going to do for Christmas, like for, you know, our Christmas, but the ones that she wants to bring, because she wanted to do sort of like a, you know, like a mixture of different desserts that we were gonna, you know, make and bring. So like I ended up making the fudge today. I'll show you guys. And like I said, a handful of other things too. I ended up doing some of the other like desserts, and so my mom made cookies, and you know, so like I was saying, we were just doing a whole bunch of different stuff, and so we still needed some of the ingredients. So that, like, I totally forgot. I didn't forget about pecans. I added them to the list, and my dad ended up actually, he was reading the list off and skipped over the pecans. So that's why when we went to Walmart, we remembered everything, but the pecans which were on the list got skipped over, and so we didn't end up actually picking those up. So that stunk, but we ended up having to like go and get that. And like I said, there was just a couple things that I was like, you know what, if something winds up not working out where, you know, we can't get to Meijer or we can't get to one of the other grocery stores or whatever before Saturday, or especially before, like, because if we were going to Meijer, we were probably going on Thursday nights. What are we going to do all day on Thursday if we didn't have, you know, like enough stuff to make? And the same thing too, like on Friday, you know, I mean, we'd have to like just cook on Friday and like everything that we needed to do. So it just ended up working out better that we went today. And then, like I said, plans actually got changed and we're not going tomorrow. So again, it could have probably worked out, but either way, we ended up spending a whole ton of time today, ended up making a ton of desserts, so I'll actually share that with you guys right now. But that was our sort of big thing that we did today. Like I said, I ended up doing a handful of mine, my mom did a bunch of her stuff, and then too, like I was helping with, like, my mom made the peppermint almond bark. Like I had to unwrap all of the individual peppermints, which took forever, but I got it done. And so, like I said, there was like a handful of things too, like if I wasn't making them, I was helping with, Jack was helping too. I still have to do the chocolate covered pretzels, and I want to do a couple of what I'll show you guys in a second. I want to do a couple of them like chocolate covered as well, and then also too, I wanted to do the puppy chow. That's one of the other things too that I'm still going to need to do. So anyways though, guys, like I said, we got a bunch of stuff done, so let me share that with you guys. It's all sitting in the kitchen right now. So guys, like I was saying, my mom did the peppermint almond bark. This is just like almond bark, white almond bark, and then you add a little bit of like the peppermint. I think she had a peppermint extract when she melted the chocolate, and then just added crushed up peppermint candies. That's all you really add. That's pretty much it. I ended up making that, I forget what it's called, like Fabulous Fudge or something fudge. It's on the back package of the like marshmallow fluff, like Jet Puff marshmallow fluff, or whatever they call that. But I used that like for the last 2 years, and every single year I've got nothing but like compliments on how amazing the fudge is. And I personally think it's like melt in your mouth fudge. So like I said, I that's my favorite kind. For the longest time I was making it was like a 2-ingredient fudge where I think you just melt like the chocolate chips and a can of condensed milk in the microwave with like vanilla extract or something like that, and that's also really good. But it's like good fudge. It's not as good as the stuff that, like I said, uses the peppermint, or not the peppermint, the marshmallow fluff. So like I said, that was the recipe I ended up going with. So I did chocolate for this. I did a mix of semi-sweet and just milk chocolate, and then this one was peanut butter that I actually used the Reese's peanut butter chips for, and I believe this is the same way that I made this before. I think one year I want to say I made it with actual peanut butter, but because I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do it with the peanut butter chips, I'm hoping that it pretty much, you know, turned out like peanut butter fudge. Like I said, I think this was the same way I did it last year, but I want to say that like 2 years ago I ended up doing it with like full on like peanut butter and used a separate recipe, and like I don't think I used the marshmallow fluff with it. I'm not completely sure, but anyways, so we ended up doing that. Over here, this was my different variety of the Rolo treats, because I have done Rolo treats probably a different way every year. I remember actually the first year that I ended up making them, I didn't even make them for Christmas. What I think I did was during the Super Bowl, I think M&M's had like blue blue M&Ms for like winter, I think, or something like that. I don't remember how I ended up getting a hold of blue M&Ms, but they weren't like blue. It was like a mixture of like different blue, like, so it was the year the Panthers were in the Super Bowl, and so we were doing our like Super Bowl party, and so we ended up making the Rolo treats with the M&Ms. But like I said, I don't know why it was like not like the M&M blue. It was like, I think like a Panther blue, and I want to say it was because it was like a winter blue or something like that. But whatever, that was the first time I ever ended up actually making these, and like I said, I made them with the M&Ms. So it's just like the pretzels, we use the wafer kind because I think they work the best. Then you put the I think it's 250 you set the oven for, and you pop them in for like 3 to 5 minutes, and then the Rolo sort of gets soft, and then you take them out, and then you wind up putting the topping, sort of whatever you're doing, on there. So like I said, these ones I did with M&Ms. These ones I did sort of the more traditional way with the pecan on the top, and these ones are the way Matthew likes them, which is like sandwiches. So Charlie is freaking out right now because he knows that he's getting his advent calendar, and so that's why when I got up to come out here, he started getting all excited, and now he's running around like a crazy person. So anyways, like I was saying, these ones you do like sandwiches, where you just, once you do the bottom pretzel and then the Rolo, and then again, once they start to melt and you take them out after, again, that 3 to 5 minutes, you just put, like I said, the topping on it. So that was what I did with the different ones. And these ones, half of them I think I'm going to do like partially dipped in like the almond bark as well. So those are like a little extra treat, but I'm going to do that when I melt all of the almond bark for the, because we had used leftover almond bark for the like peppermint almond bark that my mom made, I showed you guys. But I have another 2 things of full chocolate, and then also a full thing of almond, like the regular white chocolate almond bark or whatever. And then also too, we've got some variety of different cookies all in here that my mom has been making. Like I said, there's still cookie dough in the fridge, but these are all, I'm not gonna be able to open that with one hand. Oh, I did it. These are, I think, gingerbread cookies. Like I said, there's definitely a variety of stuff in here in the different cookie tins. Let's see if I can get this one open with one hand. These are meringue cookies my mom ended up making. I honestly, guys, these are probably my absolute favorite cookies ever. Like, and we never, almost ever make them, so this was amazing. These are so good. I love these cookies. But that's what we got in there. Like I said, we're bringing a little batch of sort of every kind of cookie that we're making for the party. And then, like I said, was telling you guys too, my mom made extra cookie dough that we're just leaving in the fridge because we didn't have enough time or room to like have like batches and batches of cookies made and cooled all at the same time. So my mom just made the dough. We just, again, did like close to a dozen or so cookies of each each different variety, and then again we will cook our big batches. And normally when we do our big batch of like Christmas cookies, we will normally wind up like giving them to neighbors, co-workers, you know, like that kind of stuff too. You know, like I said, my mom will probably bring some. I think my dad's maybe brought some or something like that in the past as well. But normally when we make desserts and things like that, we do that anyway. I gotta try and figure out if I can get this one open with one hand. Oh, I did it. These look like butterscotch cookies, like butterscotchies or what, something like that. And then also too, what else have we got down here, guys? Like I said, they just keep coming. We've got multiple tins. These are the Fannie Mae ones that my mom got from one of her co-workers. I think they had somebody, one of their kids was selling cookies, like the Fannie Mae ones. So these ones are the like chocolate, I think the chocolate almond, but like white chocolate, like chips. Those ones were really good. Those ones were, like I said, the Fannie Mae ones, and I think that was all we had left of that cookie dough. So I think my mom finished those up, and then my mom did homemade, what's it called, peanut butter, like the, what you call it ones, the ones that you do with the Hershey's Kisses. I hear about people call them all kinds of different things, like the peanut butter blossom cookies, I think. So anyways, yeah, that was, I think my mom got all these at the dollar store too, which is pretty convenient. We can do all of our desserts in there. And then also too, up here, these are all, which my mom didn't make all of these that we're bringing for the party. She made some of these just for us as well. But these are all the, like cinnamon pecans, or pecans, however you say them. I don't know. I changed the way I say it, like, because I don't know if I've changed it, like, and said something different 3 times now in this video, but, like I said, these are always a huge, huge hit, which is weird. These have become, like, a staple in our house, and we only started making them, like, a couple, I think, I want to say, like, this is the third year maybe now that we made these. We make them every single year now, and these, like, we got them, I think, at the, my mom has made them before, I believe, but we got them at the Kris Kringle market one year, and then ever since that year we've just made batches and batches of them, like, every single Christmas. And so, like I said, this is one tray. My mom's got another tray on the stove too, so there's a lot of these as well. But I love those too. They're kind of like with the egg whites as well, like it's kind of like, not the meringue, but you know, like that's the same way you make the meringue cookies. That's why I think I love these ones so much as well. But like I said, I got all that stuff done today too. Again, I was telling you guys we're going to do the puppy chow. Probably just going to do that tomorrow, and along with the pretzels, like the chocolate covered pretzels, which I want to kind of do in like different ways and kind of like switch some stuff up too. Like I'd love to do like roll them in, like, I don't know, I was thinking about something like the M&Ms, maybe like crushed M&Ms or something like that, like do one like that, you know, or maybe like a couple. But I've got 2 bags of pretzel rods that I got from Meijer, so I've got a ton. I don't actually have a ton of the wafer cookie or wafer pretzels, which is why I still have a lot of Rolos to still do more. I showed you guys I got the big like family pack size of Rolos, so I didn't use all of them for that. And like I said too, we might still wind up making some more a little bit later. These are just the ones that I wanted to at least make sure that we had for the party. But either way, like I was saying, we had a lot of, we still have a lot of the Rolos left over. I just don't actually have a ton of the wafer pretzels at all left. But I can check to see too if like Jewel doesn't have a sale this week on pretzels or Meijer, or you know, something like that. Maybe I can pick up another bag. It's just, I realized I got 2 things of the, I think it was 2 things of the rods, and I only have 1 thing of the wafers. And I think it was because I bought one of the Utz brands, but I think I put it in the pantry, and I think that got eaten already. So I think the bag is gone. But like I said, I still have some left. It's just not a huge ton, so I can still probably do another batch of a variety of that. I just don't think a lot of people in our household personally like the ones with the pecans on the top, which is like, they're like the turtle. That's like what they're, you know, like the you know, sort of recipe, I guess, is. And that's like the traditional way almost. But like I said, I've seen it where you can do them with M&Ms. I've seen them where you can do them like with the sandwiches, and then you can dip them in chocolate too, in addition to that. So like I said, there's a couple different ways to do them, and I just ended up doing a variety because like I said, we're trying to go for variety with the party as well. So anyways, though, that was everything we ended up making for today. Like I said, we'll see how everything, I guess, turns out tomorrow. Oh, I mean, everything turned out, but like I didn't taste test the fudge yet. I gotta still taste test the fudge. I did get a taste test the meringue cookies though. Those were really good, like I said. Those are probably my favorite cookies. But like the thing is too is that my mom doesn't make them a lot because she was like, they just take so long. They're like so difficult. Like you gotta whip the eggs, you know, with like the blender, or not the blender, the what's it called, the thing that beats the eggs. But yeah, like I was saying, it takes a long time to do it. And so like that's why. The same thing too with like the fudge. When I used to make the fudge the other way, I was like, it's 5 minutes and I throw all the ingredients in the microwave, it's easy. Now because I do it this way, it takes a little bit longer. I procrastinate a little bit more making it. And I don't know why too, I just don't like melting chocolate. It is just like not a huge hassle and not a huge pain either, but like it's just kind of like, you know, you can wind up like over, you know, melting it a little too much and then wind up like scorching it, and then it's just completely trash. And then, you know, like I don't know, I try and avoid doing it, I guess, and that's why sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to like get some of that stuff that's, you know, like I said, that's why I was avoiding doing the puppy chow and the pretzels, because I was like, you know what, all I have to do is set out a whole bunch of pretzels on, you know, for doing the Rolo ones. All I have to do is just set out the pretzels and do that. But it wasn't that hard because I did both batches of the fudge at the same time. So literally I ended up doing the peanut butter kind, and then I was like, okay, good, now I just do the exact same thing for the, you know, and use the exact same, you know, utensils and everything like that. I just rinsed them out and then ended up doing the fudge with the chocolate kind, so it wasn't that difficult and like a long process or anything like that. Like I said too, this makes a lot of fudge, and very dense fudge too. Like a little tiny piece is like more than enough. I actually think that I made my pans, the pans I used, too tall, so like the pieces are going to be like that big, so I'm gonna have to cut them very small pieces, just because like I said, they're gonna be big pieces, and they're very, very, like, you know, it's a lot. It is, like I said, they're amazing because they're like melt in your mouth, but you have one little piece and that's like, for me, a lot of times that's like my whole sugar intake for one day a lot of times, because I told you guys I'm not a huge sweets or candy or sugar type of person, eater, or anything like that, and that's why I love fudge. But like I said, this stuff, like 2 pieces and I'm probably out for the day. No more sugar for me. So anyways though, I am going to get in the shower and then get to bed, because like I said, we actually, since we're not doing anything tomorrow, I can probably again make that other stuff, but I'm probably going to wind up possibly doing that with Jack, or Matthew is coming home tomorrow, so he might wind up helping as well, doing the pretzels and like I said, the puppy chow. I think that is the only dessert left that I am still kind of doing, and I think my mom finished all of the other desserts as far as I know. I don't think there's anything else, but yeah, like I said too, we also got to Walmart today to, like I said, pick up those last couple things, because the reason too I had to wait on, I could have done the fudge, but the reason I had to wait on the pretzels with the Rolos was because I didn't have any pecans, because like I said, we ended up, I forgot, you know, or we missed that on the list when we went on Sunday. So my mom couldn't make these two. Like I said, there was a couple other things. But one of the other good things too, guys, that I did get done today, because I was looking for some of our like our chocolate chips and like just our chips in general, like peanut butter and, you know, white chocolate and stuff like that. I did sort of organize and went through that stuff, so I know what I have in the pantry, which is good. So I know what we can kind of still make too with what we have left over. Like I might make possibly, I think there's a recipe on the back of the Reese's for like chocolate peanut butter cookies, which we could do that too. You know, again, possibly not for the party, but I'm just thinking of like what other, you know, desserts and things like that, and cookies that my mom didn't already make cookie dough for, that we could do. The same thing too with like those the Fannie Mae ones that my mom ended up making, because those ones were really good. I like those. I could probably just do like some type of sort of dupe recipe of that as well, because I do know that I have white chocolates, like chips, white chocolate morsels, whatever you call them. But like I said, I could probably do something like that. Also too, there's aluminum foil on the kitchen table. It keeps creating a horrible reflection bouncing off the light right now. So anyways guys, like I said, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a little thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys. Are all the babies waiting for their cookies? Huh? Even Mr. Beep all the way back there? You want yours first, Bliss? Here, gentle. Thank you. Oh, that's good. That's good, huh? What about you? You need yours? Oh, you're going to jump for your cookie? You're going to do circles? You're going to do all the things? Oh, you're going to sit. You already got yours, though. Gentle. There you go. Good job, buddy. Mr. B, you'll get yours. Ready? Okay, we're going to get Mr. B's. Alright, bravo. You're going to get yours. There you go, Mr. B.